Hey, beeps! Football Hockey here, and welcome back to another episode of Cleveland Browns Hard Knocks. It's week 14, but it's episode 17, I do believe. We are almost end of this. I'm trying to get to the playoffs for the Browns. We'll see if I can get there. But let's get to it.
So what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them.
Speaking of Cleveland Browns, it's pretty cool that they gave Kareem Hunt a chance. Yeah, what he did was not right. It's kind of fucked up. But I'm happy that he got a second chance. I'm hoping we are in the playoff hunt in this game. We will see.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, 2015 NFL MVP Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers as they get set to match up with the #1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield, and the Cleveland Browns. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And it's the defense that's really the star of the show. A terrific game last week. They got a shutout on the road. And that's something that doesn't happen very often nowadays.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded about a yard deep.
Nice.
They'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They're led out by their big-bodied electric cornerback, Cam Newton.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Newton. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. That'll bring up 2nd down. And here now the offense for Carolina.
And Christian McCaffrey, one of my favorite players in the 2017 draft, he didn't disappoint. Had 80 catches as a rookie. Look for him to be more actively involved in the running game in 2018. Yes, he can run between the tackles.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Okay, let's go. Get off your block.
2nd and 10, Newton.
Oh, nice.
His throw is incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. 3rd down here. Well, look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Browns. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And they needed to be because their offense struggled throughout the game. Sometimes as a defense, you're not just shutting down the opposing team's offense, but you're outplaying their defense as well. And that's what they did in the last game.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Let's go, guys. Let's get it. Come on, baby.
Out of the gun, Newton.
Nice.
He rifles one that's intercepted. picked off at the 33.
Pick 6, baby. Let's go.
Back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone.
Are we really?
Not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after
nice
that
block
one
right there,
and
Mitchell.
took it all the way.
Extra point attempt to follow here.
There we go. That's better. Yay, we did it.
Point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Middle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Nice juke.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Got you, Funches. I got you, boy. Get off the block. No. Not in my house.
That's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys
who
are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crack...
And the pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Agba in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Yeah, we did it. He has a weird last name. Akabak or whatever how you say his name.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. This is taken at the 18.
Oh, damn, there's a guy right there.
Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Ooh. Wow, the hit, though. This hit right after this juke. Ooh. Baya. Ow.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 46. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Open receiver, that's David Njoku.
That's a 1st down.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it.
Get open.
The short catch, and flipped the down marker back to run.
Nice.
To Perriman, and it's caught. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
No, this is not Detroit, Baker. This is Cleveland.
The move on 1st down.
You have that many concussions already? You don't know where you're at?
First carry for the rookie Nick Chubb.
That's a touchdown. Come on, that's a touchdown. Ball's over the plane.
8 yards on the ground. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
They'll give it to Chubb.
Let's go.
And he's in. Touchdown. Browns.
What do you got, Chubb? What do you got? What's your dance? What's your dance?
With touchdown number 7 on the year.
Nothing? That was it?
The Browns add 6 to their lead.
That was dumb.
And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And that is incomplete.
That would have been a touchdown.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now, because like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Throwing is Newton. He's going to go deep for Funchess.
Nope. Get out of here, Funchy. Funchy.
Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something.
Nowhere.
There's nothing available there for him.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Mayfield on 1st down. Flushed out right to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. They're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Mayfield looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
First down, boy. Let's go.
The 35 and just shy of the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end definitely
I just ran it.
Sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Sounds like he's saying ha.
On 2nd down.
Ha instead of
absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Well, that probably would have been a 1st down and more if someone didn't follow the blocks and went on the outside instead of the inside.
From the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This sounds like Stephon Curry sometimes. When Stephon Curry shoots threes, he knows. He just turns around. He's like, yep. When he knows, he knows. But not when he's like, yeah, it's a 3. So
this will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
McCaffrey, and he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally. And
nice, let's go.
Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front
I don't have time to do what I want to do.
Only way to play good defense.
Now it's Newton. And he comes back with one complete.
Damn it.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling.
I hate when it zooms in on the coach like that.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes.
Like, who cares? Move on to the game.
In stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if they were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it,
I hate when they do a zoom in on the coach. That's the most dumbest camera angle in.
Right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Like, I hate that.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Shit.
On 1st and 10, Newton.
Hello?
Over the middle, it's Thomas. And
Hello?
he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there at 22.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football.
Wow, that's not like McGaffin that dropped those.
Hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing again is Newton. This will be caught at about the 6.
Did he give it to him? What?
He will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Whatever.
Fullback, his first touchdown on the year.
Whatever.
And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up.
Come on, Nick
They're
Chubb.
looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field.
Get off
and
that.
says,
Break that.
just settle for
If he
three
broke that, that would have been
certain
calm. He would have been
situations, trying to ice
calm.
a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Mayfield looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted.
Bullshit.
It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Sometimes they call bullshit on these coverage.
Well, if you go
I'm
by
not
the
saying he's
numbers,
not a
you'll
great
find as the
linebacker.
temperature
Come
goes
on.
down, so does the passing
He's like 10
efficiency.
yards behind.
And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Finding room to the 20, and he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Offensive line jumped.
Flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
What?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
What?
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. From the gun, here's Newton. His pass caught at the 4.
Did he catch that?
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Why do they do that camera angle? I hate when they do that camera angle
towards
towards the
they have a
coach.
chance here to put all that hard work to use. On the ground, McCaffrey, and he is in. Touchdown.
I ran right past him as Peppers.
A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown.
I ran right past him with
I think
Peppers.
everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
Missed the block.
Extra point up and good
You know what I mean.
by
Shut up. Leave me alone.
Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Damn it.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee,
Time out.
get on out for the half.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Leopard.
A give. This is Chubb. And he
Who-
is met
who
in his
blocked?
tracks
No one?
behind the line of scrimmage.
Are you
And
kidding me?
before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get
That
a
person
timeout.
was unblocked
As
at
they'll
all.
stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Jesus, dude, I'm so
So
mad.
here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Probably go to Landry if he gets open.
Let's go.
Get open, get open,
Now
get
a play
open.
fake here on 1st down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch him now, Barney.
Gotcha.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation
Still
game for
second down.
them, but it's also a
it,
reaction game, and they reacted
Come on,
poorly
baby.
on
Come on.
that one.
Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. What?
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
I forgot. I thought with the penalty, I would have one more play, but I forgot.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. A full 9 games going on here in the early window. So let's get right to it. We'll begin at Arrowhead as Baltimore is in town to take on Kansas City. And it's the Ravens who have the lead as they play the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. From there, we take the long trek eastward to Tampa, check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Drew Brees at it again, 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And at the moment, that game is tied with the visiting New York Jets. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
I really thought the last play, I thought I had time for one more play, but I forgot the clock would ran at the whistle.
They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down. That's exactly what he did.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
I didn't think he was going to do that block, but that's okay.
Field and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 22.
Detroit!
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be sacked.
I'm looking right at you, 78. That was a horribly bad block right there. Are you kidding me?
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases. Whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Quit calling us Patriots.
On second down, Johnson. And he's going to get this one down at 45. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
To throw, Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Okay.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Nice down
Panthers offense
jumping.
now, they
I don't know
head
if that's
back on the
deterrent.
field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go down and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
That's a holding.
And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Okay,
That'll go
I see
for
their
a gain
holding
of
game.
13.
That was a holding. My dude tried to cut off
that
of
end zone.
him.
First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey.
We ain't going nowhere then.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe...
Oh, my God, are you kidding me? Now he's 8 yards in.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
Sometimes with the running game,
zooming
you just
in
gotta stick with
on the
it.
coach. I hate those camera angles.
No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with
Get that shit out of here.
the running game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it
Out of
tends to
the
create a
zone.
lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them.
Break that, come on.
Right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And a 3rd already?
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Chubb.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he faked it with a juke.
Oh, I thought I could do a double juke.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They run again on 1st down. Chubb.
Are you
And he is
kidding
gonna be
me?
stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
What kind of blocking is
3
this?
yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This
I know
Jacksonville
when I was a kid, I
Jaguars
was getting
blocking?
real excited when I
Jesus.
saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
For left side, it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. So signs of
I
life
hate that
in what's
camera
been a
angle.
dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of
Nice.
receiver Landry. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
There you go.
Take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Browns add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him.
Oh.
Right? So you got to go out and create some offense.
You got beat there.
Come on. No way does that guy get on the field.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
I manned that up for a reason because I knew Samuels was going to get open.
And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
He'll drop it off to McCaffrey.
Oh, nice.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
2-minute warning, baby. Let's go.
We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Get off.
Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now it's Newton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Larry Ogunjobi in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Newton. Thomas has got it. Complete. And inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Newton. That's Samuel. Caught left side. And he's going to get to the 31. Enough for the 1st down. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving. Newton to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they work this near the 5.
I need a call
timeout. Stopped at the 6. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Come on. Give me a defensive play. Oh, my God.
To the air again, Newton. And it's caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Really?
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed.
Really?
But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
take a knee, we win.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more
I don't care if they call all their timeouts.
Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you
score on
special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets it to the
Let's
32.
go.
Good enough.
One play,
down.
we're good, fellas. We got
And
this.
Play is stopped here. Timeout.
There it is.
It's the defense calling the timeout.
Victory,
here.
victory, victory.
As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the
Victory
football
formation.
game.
V.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Don't need another one, but sure, why not? We'll walk to the line.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.
Yay, we did it. 78%.
So for our
not too
entire
bad.
crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
All right, bye-bye. Hear me now. Hear me now.
Mama watching television, telling me avoid the system. Hoping I ain't lose religion, taking prayers. No, I ain't blessed. I've been seeing prophets, bust the yellow flags, flatter than the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body. Say the man got me.
All right, guys, we did it. I meant to shoot. I meant to do something. That's why it sounds so loud. Crap. No. League? No. Let me do something real quick. When I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, into a better vision, yup. I meant to turn this down, I forgot to. Oopsies. There we go. I forgot to turn it down. Now I probably get copyrighted strike. Anyways. That is all the time I have for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you like this video, smack that like button as hard as you can. I'll see you ladies and germs in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.